Rylan Clark has opened up about how he realized Eamonn and Ruth Langsford are his true friends, after they drove for hours to see him when he was at his worst. Rylan Clark, 34, candidly admitted that he told his TV mom and dad, Eamonn, 63, and Ruth Langsford, 62, to get out, after they traveled to see him during his lowest moments, following his split from husband Dan Neal. In a new interview, Rylan explained how he couldn't eat or leave the house when he fell into a deep depression. His struggle also became visible when his weight fell to just 9 stone, and he said he was trying to do everything he could for his body to shut down. Recalling that tough time, Rylan said he didn't want to see anyone, but that he was able to work out who his true friends are. He said on the High Performance podcast, "A friend is someone, like last year, when you are at your lowest, they will try and do anything to help you. I didn't want to see anyone at the house and I became really agoraphobic, and my mom called Ruth and Eamonn, and they turned up at my house. Eamonn got really upset because I was clearly visibly very sick, as did Ruth, and I didn't want to see them. I just remember breaking down and saying, 'Get out, I don't want to see anyone, I don't want to see anyone.' And they had driven 2 hours to get there. But they did that not because it was going on Instagram, not because they are going to get kudos from people on Twitter, they did that because they cared about me." He continued that the visit from the former This Morning presenters was a turning point because it made him realize that there is life outside of the front door. Rylan also opened up about the poignant visit in his book, 10, The Decade That Changed My Future. He explained that his mom Linda had arranged the meeting after he attempted suicide and asked to be admitted to a private mental health hospital. After spending a week in the facility, he returned to live at his mom's house for 3 months, but went back into hospital following a spell of bad thoughts. The Strictly It Takes Two presenter echoed that seeing Ruth and Eamonn was a wake-up call after seeing their faces when they saw him and how badly ill he was. After taking a 5-month break from his presenting duties, Rylan was eventually on the mend and returned to presenting his BBC Radio 2 show. Proving how much he cares for his showbiz son, Eamonn also defended Rylan on social media after he was accused of throwing sickies to get out of work. In a now-deleted tweet last year, one user said, "Never been a fan of Eamonn, but sadly our TV and radio shows are loaded with presenters like him, who openly admit to having no talent or opinions and wonder why they're in their well-paid jobs. At least at Piers Morgan has an opinion." Also growing weary of Rylan's sickies, Rylan replied, "Sickies? I was ill?" Eamonn also hit back, "Rylan, I was going to challenge this stupid ignoramus. Decided not to, but because he has annoyed you he has annoyed me more. I know how truly ill you have been. I just hope he never catches one of your sickies."